Stalker Gamma is known for turning any average player into a full-fledged gunsmith. And if you think about it more than 3 seconds, it does make a certain kind of warped sense. Because in a place absolutely overflowing with anomalies, psychopaths and enough radiation to sterilize a small country, where you can casually walk up and purchase every known medication, substance and bullet ever manufactured, the idea that you could also just buy a fully functional firearm would apparently be crossing the line, God forbid. The black market mod tries to ease the pain, but only barely. Not everyone sells guns, the variety is limited and the prices are outrageous. Sure, in a late game you are drowning in money anyway, mostly because there is nothing meaningful to spend it on. But somehow, no one stopped to consider the eternal rookies. The poor souls who have been spiritually and physically fused with their soft-off shotgun and PM. And then there is duty, endlessly polishing rust of Soviet relics, dreaming of the day they might hold something modern, something respectable. And freedom. Maybe just once, one of them could take a deep inhale of a sweat-drenched Kalashnikov inherited from his grandfather and finally discover what masculinity and chronic alcoholism smell like, instead of whatever they've been smoking this whole time. Well, today, I'm here to fix that and get a Heavy Pockets achievement.
Oh, please, on your knees, amend what you defend. I'm right before I fight. You're wrong, this fight is lifelong. See the water flowing under bridges. Time, my friend, has come to pay its dues, show its use. See the sheep, they're grazing on the ridges. Our friend the wolf has come to show a new beginning needs an end. Away with your say. Today you are gonna pay. If not now, disavow the lie that's in your eye.
Johnny Velasquez, much like a concerning percentage of the zone's population, arrived here not out of ambition, but out of sheer inability to function anywhere else. A man on a journey of self-discovery, if you will. A journey that unfortunately began and very nearly ended with him zippering his own testicles in front of a live audience, thus permanently securing the deeply prestigious nickname, Bow Pincher. But why was he getting dressed completely naked in a room full of armed men? We may never know. Now, in terms of actual survival skills, Johnny demonstrated a level of competence that can only be described as consistently disappointing. Mutant hunting? Underwhelming. Fighting bandits or military? Equally tragic. Artifact hunting? No. He couldn't even deliver a package without getting ambushed by something like a controller in the middle of the day. All for a reward of 4,000 rubles and a pack of cigarettes. Still, he kept going, surviving however he could, earning just enough to eat and reload, while dreaming of a future where he would be rich, respected and, most importantly, no longer referred to as Bow Pincher by every living organism in the zone. And because hope inevitably mutates into poor decision-making, he proceeded to invest his last remaining money into 2 random stash coordinates sold to him by Sidorovich, expecting that this time things would be different. They were not. And right when it felt like that was it, no money, no future, nothing ahead, something clicked. He stopped chasing illusions and actually looked at what was happening around him. The zone is full of people chasing gold. Half of them are more successful than him, and even they end up dying. And every time someone falls, someone else rushes in to take their place. So why should a loser like me keep digging for gold? when I could just sell shovels, especially when those shovels are lying around everywhere. Demand creates supply, and the demand is massive, while the supply is almost non-existent. And even the most miserable, half-functional firearm is still a valuable asset to someone desperate enough. And if it's valuable to them, it's profitable for me. So yes, this is where things change. We stop being an errand boy and start doing the obvious, collecting weapons and parts. And once, by some miracle, we assemble something better than a 100-year-old sawed-off, say an 80-year-old rifle, we begin arming the local population. Monseigneur, the AR-15 is a fine weapon, yes, but have you considered the raw, historical authenticity of a Mosin? And you, sir, still clinging to that SKS? Allow me to ruin your day with a Kiparis, a catastrophically abused TOS, and a Ford that has seen things no weapon should see. My boy, this panache, it's destiny. And today, destiny is on sale. Now, are the prices fair? Absolutely not, but they are available, and availability in this economy is a luxury. And honestly, working for yourself, even badly, beats working for someone else at your best. After arming everyone we come across, we move to the next location in search of new clients, while quietly hoping the previous ones don't break my legs over the junk I sold them. We sell spare ammo and weapons to those in need, gather new ones, and repeat. Shame you can't sell weapons to zombies, but taking them from them, especially in good condition, is absolutely an option. Just look at my satisfied client. That gun fits him like a glove. I especially enjoy dealing with scientists. They've got money to burn and you can sell them just about anything. But I quickly started running into a limitation. I can just wander around the zone overloaded and there aren't that many buyers in one place yet. Going forward, I'll need to think about a spot where I can store everything, rest, and most importantly, keep it away from curious and envious eyes. In the swamps, after I loaded 2 scorpions for Lonia Comb, I found the first trader willing to buy something of me. These guys are in catastrophic shortage after all. Now I know where to offload relatively decent NATO guns in somewhat acceptable condition. After confiscating completely unusable weapons from local bandits, I sold them as perfectly functional to stalkers at the garbage. Damn it, sometimes zombies carry absolute gems. Then suddenly, at the flea market we got jumped by a group of mercenaries, and that was a jackpot. First, I picked up a weapon from a wounded guy and even tried to sell it back to him, but he clearly wasn't in the mood for negotiations. Second, the dead mercs dropped quite a bit of good gear, and the only question is who to sell it to, since local traders only buy junk. Don't be sad, brother, here is a new gun. With this, you won't just eliminate freedom, you redefine the concept. And just like that, the system begins to work. I even began taking orders for specific weapons, the kind that pay 10 times more. I've also accumulated a decent starting amount of money, and I think it's time to buy some furniture for my hideout. This is my hall. Stalker's hideout fits perfectly. No one sees me, no one gets in, and there's plenty of space to store my junk. Here's my bed, my workshop, a piano, and even a fridge I carried in my backpack. And then there's the collection. A steadily growing pile of firearms arranged in a way that suggests intent, but not competence, especially the pistol racks, which look like they were placed by someone who has only heard about symmetry as a concept. At this point, however, appearances are secondary because the system works. Weapons come in, weapons go out, and somewhere in that process I have accidentally developed a reputation. Johnny Full Auto Velasquez. After running around Yantar and the Wild Territory, selling a couple of guns to the guys chilling in the burner tunnel, I also harvested some gear of mercs and kept stockpiling everything in the hideout. And then I had an idea. After repairing the suit of one of the mercs I killed, I can now officially walk into previously hostile territory and do business with my enemies. Bandits are terrible clients. They only buy junk and don't even have money for that. But mercenaries, that's a different story. Up north, the clientele is way more responsive. They'll buy anything, even if they are stuck in a rusty ship door. And the weapons people drop are much better too. Week after week turned into a routine back-and-forth runs, until we received an order for a special weapon from someone named Hip in the rookie village. Not so much for the money, but for the rare opportunity to talk to a woman for the third time in my life, we had to meet her, make her happy with our big juicy gun, and immediately accept her next request, to bring her 40 thick juicy snog fingers. Ew. I don't even want to know why she needs them, something clearly off with her, and I already like it, so I'm willing to run through labs and dumps hunting those freaks. I brought her what she wanted, and just like that, we are best friends. Turns out winning a woman's heart is easy. Just kill 30 snogs and pray some of them drop a hand. She also told me she wants to become a trader like Sidorovich or the barman, instead of running runs for everyone, but for that she needs starting capital and connections. Well, you could say I'm something of a trader myself. Anyway, she has a job from Sidorovich: find 3 rare artifacts for a very solid payout, and she could use someone to watch her back from bloodsuckers. Ma'am, you don't have to ask twice. I'm ready to cover any part of your body you'd like. So off we go. We need moonlight, lobster eyes, and gravy. After wandering through the zone, checking anomalies and getting into trouble, shooting some mercs near the bunker and meeting a guy who can change color, I decided not to get fancy and just bought the moonlight at the garbage. I'm a rich man now, I can afford to spend money on a woman. The other 2 I crafted back in my hideout using random junk, asking him to wait outside of course. I'm not ready to open up and reveal what I actually do. What becomes increasingly clear throughout this process is that she operates with a level of aggression and disregard for personal safety that contrasts sharply with my own preference for staying alive. And I have to admit, that's exactly the kind of partner I could use. So after splitting the 120k reward evenly, we sat by the campfire in the village to talk about future plans. Alright lads, make room for the lady.
Привет, брат.
We agreed to keep working together when new jobs show up, and overwhelmed with joy and dreams of finally letting my Calusis heal, I headed off to the bandits to celebrate.
My nigga gangster, street crew, keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. 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 All my life. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. All my life. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. All my life. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. All my life. Niggas want that gutter shit. Fuck that other shit, that play it for your mother shit. Ain't the rugged shit. Niggas want that gutter shit. Fuck that other shit, that play it for your mother shit. Ain't the rugged shit. Gangster, y'all, I wanna thank you all. Niggas coming with that bullshit is thanking y'all. We can ride to this kind of shit and thank them all. Nigga, ball to you all, motherfucker, that's all. Can't none of y'all hang with me putting in work. Turn this motherfucker up unless you going to church. Nowadays, crazy ass bitches want their bills paid, but can't even make a good thing of Kool-Aid. But chicken heads get chicken feet, little dick and weed, everything that a chicken need. Trying to fight, I get real as Chris Rock. Make a bitch hot, turn into Fort Knox. This ice cube coming straight from the gutter. West Coast line, you fags that I'm stuck. Keep it gangster, y'all. Keep it gang, keep it gang, keep it gangster, y'all. Keep it gang, keep it gang, keep it gangster, y'all. Keep it gang, all my life. Keep it gangster, y'all. Keep it gang, all my life. I'm sick of these rap niggas lying about they rich, lying about they bitch, lying about they dick. I'm sick of these rap niggas lying about they hits. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. All my life. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. All my life. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster.
I'd picked up so much momentum that my first million was already within sight. My popularity kept growing by the day, traders started buying weapons in bulk, and the military began looking for me. After all, I was disrupting the carefully maintained order they had built in the zone. And if I had a nickel for every time someone stumbled into my underground hideout, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Then again, what's so surprising, I'm literally sitting right under a military base. I think it's time to relocate somewhere more comfortable, somewhere closer to wealthy clients. And I think I've found it. armory properly expanded, sleeping area supported by the kind of equipment you acquire when you start questioning how much unidentified dust you've been inhaling while howling overweight lords across the zone. Kitchen, shower and toilet consolidated into a single functional unit that prioritizes practicality over dignity, and an attic that serves as a rest area, a sniper position and a financial center, where my steadily increasing pile of money now sits in close proximity to a highly questionable anomaly near the window. Oh, and locals still try to walk into the house out of habit, and the door doesn't exactly stop them, so I came up with a simpler solution. Works pretty well. Another advantage of this place is that there is always some kind of action nearby, so I can collect weapons right outside my doorstep. Overall, I like it here and I barely go south anymore. The real money is made up here. On a good day, with enough running around, I can pull in close to 250k, before taxes of course. But I still have one reason to head south. Hip got a task to go to the barman, pick up artifact containers and deliver them to Beard at Zaton. But her former freedom buddies asked her to help deliver wheat and medkits to some poor guys, and now she can't decide what to prioritize. I helped her set priorities, reminding her that she wants to become a trader, make money and earn respect, just like I once did, and we headed out toward the bar. Among her many qualities, another one stood out: obedience. At one point, I forgot to allow her to open fire, and she followed that order perfectly, even when a monolith soldier was sneaking up behind me to fuck me in the ass. But the moment I took the leash off, she showed everyone around that her shotgun doesn't recognize distance or spread, only destruction and rage. In the Red Forest, we got caught in an absolute orgy of bullets and blood, the kind that promises to leave behind a mountain of weapons.
Good day, sir!
But as they say, you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs. Turns out you can also break all the eggs and still end up with no omelette. And when it came to breaking eggs, Heap had no equal.
Who wants their balls crushed?
Me?
At some point I was already running low on ammo, while her bloodlust showed no signs of stopping. She was fully committed to wiping every last monolith fanatic out of their holes. And I just stood there watching in admiration. The amount of loot on the battlefield threatened to pin me to the ground permanently, but luckily, our favorite local alcoholic nearby buys Russian guns at a good price, which means nothing lying around goes to waste. After that, I decided to bring her over to my place, celebrate the victory, and at the same time show just how promising of a man I am. Madame, please don't be shy. No, you're staying. If you need to take a dump, we do that in the kitchen. After I showed her my armory, she was clearly shocked by the scale of it. And over here I have a pool table, baby. Though we won't be playing much. Yeah, I only have 2 balls. Then I played her a song I associate with her, and we headed off to Beard. Well, I headed off. She clearly liked the house so much she didn't want to leave. After delivering the artifacts to Beard, we got talking, and Hip admitted that the trader life probably is not for her. She wants adventure, wandering the zone, risking her life. How anyone in their right mind could choose that is beyond me. I've lived that life. There is nothing worse. I tried convincing her she is delusional, that this isn't living, and that the only way to survive here is to have money and comfort while others die. She was clearly upset I didn't support her, waved goodbye and went back to the rookie village. Bitch. She can do whatever she wants. I'm never going back to that life. I need to keep the momentum going. Money doesn't make itself, and I have to admit, I'm starting to enjoy this gameplay more and more. I began to enjoy life and my own importance. Though that importance started attracting more attention, military and even some international factions. It almost feels like a conspiracy, like between cappuccino and diarrhea. A couple of weeks passed. I made a few more million, and after sending a pseudo-dog to its doggy bed on heaven and a chimera straight into the deepest ditch in hell, I cooled off and realized maybe our path with Hip aren't that different after all. I can be the trader, and she can still run around with me killing everything unfortunate enough to exist. So I headed to the cordon, nearly shitting myself when bandits appeared out of nowhere. Then found the most beautiful kidney stone called Soul, turned into a gas after hitting an anomaly, did all of that again and finally returned to my dear Hip, handing her my soul as a gift. She was impressed. Usually, men in the zone try to give her a bullet between the ribs, often more than one. So yeah, no more swiping Chernobyl Tinder. I proposed. Told her I'd share my body, my soul, half the house, 40% of the weapons and 50% of the money. And we ran off to the closest thing resembling an Orthodox Pope to get married. Of course, a controller, clearly sensing my excitement about future married life, decided to relieve me of my suffering early, and, well, he did. Then a pseudo-giant tried to interrupt our happiness with arguments in favor of bachelor life, but no one was listening. Hip, like any respectable woman, shuts that kind of talk down immediately. After grabbing a couple of YOLO stashes, I took a shortcut through a teleport, but Hip chose the long route. Because if the path doesn't include pile of corpses, it's not a path at all. Unfortunately, right then a psy-storm hit, and she was far away from shelter. I was worried as hell. Was it over before it even began? Would my entire partnership with her end with me wiping Drew of her zombified face? Luckily, no, because nothing in this universe can stop a woman who decided to get married. Hello, you old fuck. This is my bride. She's beautiful, she's dumb as fuck. Get inside, I said. And after vows about staying together in joy and sorrow, in radiation and in a chimera's jaws, we set on our honeymoon. And where do you take your beloved woman while also collecting weapons on the way? Exactly. Radar. Oh my god, dude, you're hurt. Whoa. If you want to shoot him, you'll need this. Dude, you're hurt again. Here, maybe I'll just sell you a gun I found. What about you? Maybe do something? After killing an absurd number of monolith witnesses and committing several religious hate crimes in Pripyat, we scored a massive haul. And my better half turned out not only to be a weapon of mass destruction, she could also carry an extra 40 kg. But one evening, after a failed attempt to lure Hip into the kitchen, we got attacked. The military somehow found my mansion. Strange. I wonder what gave it away. We fought back like animals, but Hip died. Not hell, not the zone, my house. The peak of everything I built killed her. Everything has a price, so I looted her. No point wasting good gear, cleared the attackers, briefly considered keeping her like an inflatable doll, then decided to bury her. Jesus, you're going to sting by the time I drag you outside. No finding a better place than near an excavator. I built her a proper tomb. You are always the real star of this show. I'll avenge you. Since this run isn't about solo genocide, I decided to deal with the military politically. Disguised as duty, I infiltrated their base, scoped things out, then started openly killing soldiers elsewhere, spreading panic about rogue duty members attacking allies. Naturally, one unhinged soldier retaliated by attacking a duty checkpoint. Despite my efforts, a full-scale war didn't break out, but some fighters were eager for revenge. I armed them with the most effective weapons I had, perfect for fighting a tank platoon, and we unleashed a rocket barrage on the cordon checkpoint. Their accuracy was about on par with my aiming at the toilet after a heavy night, but I held on to hope that maybe those RPGs had uranium warheads, and we at least give the soldiers some skin cancer. After repeating something similar at Agroprom, I sent the boys home and continued spreading chaos. Because here's the thing, to speed up weapon accumulation and constantly refresh the customer base, we need war. So by doing everything possible to turn neutral factions into enemies, we transform the exclusion zone into a full-scale war zone. Gentlemen, on behalf of science, I wish you death. Looks like ecologists can shoot too. Maybe need some help? I see duty has more enemies now. Need weapons? Freedom needs defending, and I've got just the thing. Still want to stay neutral, boys? Neutrality isn't cheap, but I can help. Gun rhymes with fun for a reason, mate. What a massacre. Guys, why so cruel? Why don't you just die so I can take all your stuff? That winter, death replaced snow, and business was going so well that I literally ran out of space for weapons. After a couple of weeks of running back and forth to my buyers, I, through an elegant sale of bandages for a couple thousand rubles, hit 10 million and unlocked the Heavy Pockets achievement. And there I was, sitting at home, admiring my pile of money and preparing to sniff Ukraine, when I heard... Mercs are watching my house? That smells like trouble, but I'll deal with that in the morning. That morning nearly became my last. At dawn, a crowd of bandits showed up at my house, looking to settle the score for how I accidentally wiped out half their base in Dark Valley during one of my cocaine episodes. I was just about done dealing with them when a group of military and duty showed up, clearly having figured out who started all the chaos between them. And as soon as I dealt with them, I saw a message on the public channel. Someone else was looking for me. No shit. So I decided to mine the area around my house just in case and prepared to greet the next guests. This time freedom and clear sky. I put on some appropriate music for the occasion and got to work fertilizing the soil with them. And finally, the Mercs and UNISG showed up to the party.
Say hello to my little friend!
What? After an emission gave me a breather, everyone who missed the party earlier started pouring in. Scientists, mercs, duty, renegades, even Monolith, who usually kill everything for breakfast, lunch and dinner. It all turned into total chaos, and many of them even forgot about me. After finishing off the remaining ones and blowing myself on my own mine, loners arrived, my former brothers, ready to put an end to the great evil. But I'm not that loser who zipped his balls anymore. I'm capitalism incarnate, a hardened stalker, a man who sold his soul to get everything else. Almost every corpse here is indirectly on my consciousness. Was it worth it? Johnny didn't even think about it. 7 out of 10 stalkers in the zone carry weapons bought from him. And the only thing he thinks about is how to arm the other 3.